The show starts
right here, right now.
This is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
Soprano C, we like to keep it on the high note. It's levels to it, you and I know. Bitch, be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble.
Hey, the summer session mashups, it's unmatched right now. Thank you for that, sir.
You're welcome.
No doubt. So, welcome to another episode. This is episode 30 of Hog HQ Live, brought to you by Hog Talk Podcast. Once again, this gentleman over here is Adam. And guess who we got back? We got back Matt. Matt is back to join us. Thank you, Matt, for joining us today on this Sunday. We're delighted to have you back, sir. Look, so today is one of those days. Yeah, no doubt about it. So if you're watching right now, go ahead and drop a heart, drop a like, thumbs up. Let us know you in the building. Thumper Lover. Let's watching us from YouTube. Said, you still on for this evening? We live, baby. We live. Teresa already in here. Good Sunday evening, guys. Hello, Miss Teresa. Yeah. Number one fan, so check it. Thank you. I see you already dropping the hearts and the thumbs up. We appreciate that. Everything you do in that regards helps grow this channel on the YouTube and on the Facebook and on the IG. So once again, if you appreciate what you're seeing weekly, we definitely appreciate you, and just drop some hearts and comments and things of that nature so we can go ahead and get into it. So tell a friend, and we are back again. It's episode 30. Please feel free to share this with somebody. And before we get into the show today, let me give a shout out to Evan, Logan. So Logan Evans. Logan has shared our show on his Facebook page. Seen that, was that 2 weeks ago? And I think he did the following week too. So shout out to Logan for that, man. We appreciate that. And it's doing big things. John Oliver watching on the YouTube. Kent Kelly. I think that's my guy. Kent Kelly went to school with. Possibly. Will I Am. Hey guys, happy Sunday. Hello, Will I Am. Logan, shout out to you. John Oliver watching from YouTube. Kent Kelly. The YouTube is growing. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button on the YouTube, baby. We appreciate that. Look, I'm gonna quit the chatter. We're gonna get straight into it. So you see what it is. It's summer sessions. We're gonna talk about Pro Hogs. Pro Hogs gonna be our first talk. We're gonna talk about some guys that were former Razorbacks that are currently playing, and maybe a guy who is not a Razorback or should have been a Razorback, and give you some stats about what these guys are looking like in regards to Summer League. Adam, what you got?
Handle, right? Beautiful. And he's a big out here that just has so much confidence with the ball in his hands.
That three good. Mason Jones. Shot clock down to 5. They got to get to work. A logo three. Good.
Yes, sir. Yeah, quick little clip. Got former Hog Mason Jones and former Hog Nick Smith Jr. hooping in the Summer League. Will Lennox. What's up, guys? What's up to you, my guy?
Hey,
yeah. Jason Patterson. We know Jason. Jason joined us on the show before. John Oliver is cheating on me. Come on, John. Sounds like a personal problem. Hey, it's cohesion. We're all a collective group. If they want to get the Hog news, they're gonna watch everybody.
You already know.
Yes. If you know, you know the clip. If you know, you know. All right. Early football odds favored in 3 games. All right, John, we're gonna get into that part. So stay tuned when we get into that. So with the Summer League, we also had Khalil Ware, who is from North Little Rock, who did not go to the University of Arkansas. He actually went out of high school, North Little Rock High School, and went to University of Oregon as a freshman. And he transferred to University of Indiana and was drafted by the Miami Heat. And he played today, or is playing today. He already played, and he's dropped 26 today.
Yeah, he had 26 and 11 today.
Yeah, I took him on Prize Picks for under, so that's money gone. Hopefully everybody has that thing. Yeah, it is what it is.
Last night, Mason Jones finished with 19. I think he was like 4 for 5 from 3. Nick Smith Jr. finished with 10. I think his high last year in one of the Summer League games was like 33 or 34.
Right.
It's practice for these guys, these younger guys. We'll see Ricky Council when 76ers get rolling. Jimmy Witt will be playing for the Warriors, but not until the next session. So we won't see him until a couple weeks probably. But gets them in, gets them going. Obviously, there was no Razorbacks drafted. I hadn't heard of anybody being signed to 10 days or summer league tryouts. So we'll see what happens with them.
Yeah, a couple guys playing overseas and trying to do their thing. So we'll see how that goes. Shout out to John. John said, "What's up, fellas?"
John.
Yeah. Then we got John Oliver with other comment. Said OKC needs to go ahead and sign Mason. You're absolutely right, and just make him the OKC Razorbacks and friends, just like you got the New York Knicks, the Villanova Wildcats. So,
hey, shout out to Isaiah Joe for getting paid, by the way.
Absolutely. Look, Huggs got paid. Look, Huggs got paid straight out of Fort Smith. Somebody knows something about Fort Smith basketball.
Somebody.
That would be you,
sir.
That
is.
Yeah. All right. So that's summer league. We're gonna drip straight into football. Into football.
Scratch that.
Hold up.
Right quick.
Wait a minute.
So that's actually what I was thinking. So I just have a quick video here. Essentially, this is what we're going to start seeing from the new videographer, social media content for the men's basketball team. Different types of videos than we're used to seeing, different flows. Something, it's just one clip that's been put out. There's been several, but this particular one just, kind of shows an array of athleticism that, maybe we've had and we hadn't seen in the past. We all know that we don't like the off-season hype because we've seen it do us wrong in the past when it comes to football.
Mm-hmm.
So, but just a quick little video so y'all can see what's been going on with the men's basketball team.
I need you locked in. You came here telling us this is what I want to do. Okay. I told you what we do here.
When you're in this gym, you're locked in to learn so that you can grab greatness.
Yeah, shout out to Razorback Man Basketball on X for the clip. First thing I seen when I seen that clip, that one and the last one that they did, it was a level of athleticism, as you said before, Adam. It was a level of athleticism. I seen Big Z get beat on the perimeter, get back to his guy, and get a block at the rim. So this is high-level players playing against each other, man, preparing themselves to go against SEC play. We know we got two teams who joined the league since last time we talked to you guys. Texas and OU. Just so we clear. Yeah, damn that. Make sure we clear. We don't rock with you. You got to earn it over here. So hogs all day, baby. So look, they got to earn it. We do know what their fan base looks like. We do have a smidgen of what they payroll look like in regards to getting something. And let me jump into these comments real quick because somebody said something that piqued my interest that we definitely gonna get into. Shout out to Brad. Brad says, great seeing you guys again. Watching from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Shout out to you in the Mile High. Yeah, no doubt. Hope you partaking in all things legal in Colorado Springs, if you know what I mean. All right. Will I Am said, guys, the Kansas State and Oklahoma outbid us for an in-state kid. Mr. Will I Am, we're gonna get into it. That's definitely on the docket for the night, so we're definitely gonna tap into that if you want to be a part of that conversation. David Williams, like I say, as always,
Aloy's new stance seems to be paying off. He changed up the stance in the summer league that he's playing in, and he's leading them in home runs. I think he's up to 8 so far.
Gotcha.
So, the Arkansas players that are playing in summer leagues are knocking them out. So,
we're not gonna get into baseball heavy because we know how that's gonna go. So it almost sounds like what the batting coach has been giving him in Arkansas works on the next level, but it's not working in the current situation on the college level. Just saying. That's just my little 2 cents on that. Where did Stanley Mude go?
So there was a report that came out from a local guy that he was going to the Milwaukee Bucks. New York Times picked it up even, a couple other places. That transaction has not been done. It has not been verified or released from the Milwaukee Bucks. He is currently still on the Detroit Pistons roster.
Right.
So until there's a transaction that goes through at this point, there hasn't been anything valid that has been released by the NBA or the Milwaukee Bucks or the Detroit Pistons.
Got you. Shout out to Justin Nunn. Said, we winning more games than last year is what I saw. Hell yeah, I'm with you on that one, my man. Will Lennox, watching us from YouTube, said Daniel Gafford will be a great fit in OKC. Will fit so well in OKC.
He'd fit well in Phoenix too.
Look, but he balling in Detroit. I mean, in Dallas. That man had a nice little run, except for the finals. I just felt like the Boston Celtics was a much superior team overall. They started 5 and they bench, so they was outmanned in that regard. But he did his thing and he put a name up for himself. Actually got interviewed by Chuck, Shaq, and Ernie and Kenny, and dropped a lot of plugs on Arkansas. Talked about El Dorado, talked about Arkansas. So shout out to Daniel Gafford for that. Rolling it back into these lineup that we got going on football. So we did get a new commit, and we're also going to talk about who we did not get. So stay tuned for that because it's about to go down. Look, we did get a new a gentleman that committed to us. What's his name?
Tavion Wallace.
Tavion Wallace, young man out of Georgia, 4-star, composite 4-star, which means you combine all the sources together, and overall he is a 4-star. Now, I almost want to say he may be the highest rated player in the Pittman era. Is there anybody else that we can think of?
I think in the Pittman area, it's the highest.
Yeah, in the Pittman area.
I'm trying to remember I think he's the highest since Ajim. Since 2015-ish, 2014, whenever he got recruited.
You talking about
McTelvin. Sosa,
McTelvin.
Yeah. Highest since him.
Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah.
That man that made it to the league. Yeah, the man that made it to the league and is still trying to float around on teams and damn near retired. That's a damn shame. So we got to work on that. So glad to have that young man on staff. As the people have said, the fan base has said. The question is he going to be here when it's signing day? Right? Hal Harris has a wonderful quote that he uses when we talk about recruiting. He said, "Just call me when the ink dries. Call me when the facts goes through that it's official." So we all know that winning cures all, and if we win some games that we're not supposed to win, it may impact our recruiting in a positive way, and more guys may come on board. Maybe some guys we lost or did not get that we were heavy on. So we know that at the end of the day, Sam Pittman is on high alert in regards to this. So we're happy to have a young man on in a linebacker room. We also seen the video by Coach T. Will, his excitement. Some said it was premeditated. It was a little staged. And I feel like if it was staged, hell, I'm just happy that we got somebody of that caliber. You know, I'm also under the assumption that they may do this every time a possible guy that they're recruiting maybe get ready to jump on board, and if he goes elsewhere, they just don't release it. So I ain't mad either way. I'm just glad the young man is on board and hope we can maintain his commitment until signing day. So that's that. With that being said, we're going to jump right into who the hell we didn't get. The 2 young men from Parkview. You want to drop some information on that? Adam?
Talk about
Because Matt got some news on this on the Hog News segment. So y'all got to stay tuned for that.
Well, we whiffed on both of them. So I think that it was kind of understood early in the week, maybe the week before, that Amarion was not coming to Arkansas. He started getting all the crystal balls to Oklahoma. I think that was basically everybody knew and understood that was probably what was going to happen. Elston was the running back out of Parkview, that I think everybody was, for the most part, thinking like he's going to be a Razorback. And then didn't get him either. He went to K-State. And, it's one of those things for me personally. There can be other reasons. It could be NIL. It could be the not wanting to come here, whatever, wanting to go somewhere else. Fact is, your team went 4-8. You don't know if your head coach is going to be here next year. There's a lot that goes into that, and it's one of those things that's going to hurt recruiting. I just, the things of, oh, well, we didn't want him, we're getting this person, or there being another reason why. I mean, I think a lot of it boils down to the fact that we've got a 4-8 football team.
Yeah, I agree with that. Matt, I know we kind of touched on this a little bit. But I'm gonna go back to the conversation that Sam Pittman gave us earlier in his tenure. We got to build a fence around the state, is what I was told.
Mm-hmm.
And we whiffed on a lot of great guys who end up going elsewhere. We lost Walker White to Auburn, the quarterback. We lost Courtney Crutchfield. He went to Missouri. We lost what was his name? Dennis. What was his name? Dendy.
Yeah, Denny from Pine Bluff here too.
Exactly. So we lost 2 guys from Pine Bluff. And this is one question I've been meaning to ask, but I always get lost in the sauce of this conversation and forget to ask. But I would ask anybody that's watching right now or anybody that's currently on screen, where's the pipeline? Can you tell me one high school, one city, or one state that we hit every single year that we continually have someone who comes from that area? Tulsa, Memphis, Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Malvern, Ashdown, Fayetteville, Bentonville, Jonesboro. We lost Huff, the linebacker from Jonesboro. So it's just, if we can find a pipeline, any school that has a winning tradition, well, we recognize they're pumping out guys every year that's going D1. Can we find one school? And I'm glad you pulled it up because I was thinking about that earlier. Can we find one school that contributes a pipeline? Now, let's look at this. Let's look at these statistics on the screen.
They're just statistics. You take it how you want it. I know there's some people out there that were getting upset at this. These are just stats and facts right here.
But I tell you what, Matt, and I tell you what, Adam, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. So with that being said, since he got here, the 3-7 2020 pandemic, they were horrible at recruiting in regards to evaluating talent, and went 3-7. I understand how they went. No harm, no foul. I also know the young man Pittman was still learning how to be a head coach. So he had his 2 coordinators that he leaned on very heavily. 2021, a vast improvement from 3-7. Went 9-4. And those both years you had 4 guys in state that you got to commit. 2020, after your best season thus far in 2022, you went 7-6. And you had 8. So if that doesn't show you,
those recruits, a lot of those recruits came from going 9-4 the season before.
That's what I was getting to. That's what I was alluding to. If that doesn't show you that winning makes guys come to campus and stay within state and want to play for the home state team, I don't know what else does. Right? 2023, we know we went 4-8, a debacle of a damn season. Your starting quarterback who was here for years left. 3 out of 10 of your top 10. And now we're in 2024. And once again, we haven't got to the point where people started sending in facts and signing NLIs, national letter of intent. So we don't know what it's going to look like, but it's definitely going to depend upon what they do as a team in regards to the win-loss column. That's going to be key. Matt, you got anything on that?
Well, what jumps out to me looking at those stats is that we're, with bad records, basically, we're still top 30, even top 25 in some of those. And so that has to tell you they are busting their butt recruiting, trying to get these people, but ultimately it's the kid's decision. Well, yeah, trying. But in this day and age, you got to worry about the money, and the money talks. And in some situations, you have the option of paying basically the same price for a freshman as you do for a transfer. Now, what would you rather want? A freshman that may come in, may get unhappy because he's not playing, and may leave, just hypothetically, you never know. Or a transfer who's been developed a little more mature physically, hopefully mentally, and could possibly have a little bit of an immediate impact. Not saying freshmen can't, but generally it's kind of a grown man's game, and they're going to have to add some weight and bulk up. So there's a lot into this. It's not just we want you, you're coming type of thing anymore. And like Adam said, and all of us know, winning cures all. We haven't been winning. That's going to make people look the other way. Then all of a sudden they get into bidding wars with other schools. They're like, oh, well, we'll pay you this. Well, we'll pay you this much more. And it'll make you start thinking, will this coach be here next year? They didn't win last year. There's some good coaches on the staff. They really do have a good staff.
I agree with that.
I like our staff. We just need to put it all together. And, sometimes our in-state players haven't exactly panned out either. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Right. Now, I'll say this. I'll play devil's advocate. Give me a kid. Give me a 3-star in the state of Louisiana, a 3-star in the state of Texas, a 3-star in the state of Florida and Georgia. Is equivalent to a 4-star in Arkansas. I don't give a damn what you say. Damn near a 5-star, depending on the grade. Like if you're in 7A ball in Texas, that's a whole different ball game, right? And we know we have some teams in state that play teams out of state and play competitive. So we're seeing what that looks like. So if we can get guys from out of state at the same time, when you win, guys want to play for the home team. It makes more sense, more convenient on their family, so they don't have to travel so far to come watch you play. I get all of it. At the end of the day, Sam Pittman is on the damn hot seat just on recruiting right now. And I like Sam Pittman. I like what type of guy he is on a personal level. At the end of the day, he understands and we understand this is a business. And we seen how Coach Kyle came in and automatically they dropped the bag. They wrote the check ASAP. And was like, look, at the end of the day, we know that you can bring in prize recruits and you can win. You can compete for championships every year. We're willing to give you this NIL up front, knowing that we can get a return on the investment. So until Sam Pittman does that, these people that actually write these checks, they're not fooling with them. So this is going to be a make or break year for Sam Pittman and his staff. As you say, I do like the staff. I like some of the coaches on the staff. Shout out to Deke Adams. Been recruiting the defensive line real heavy, been getting some key guys in here. T. Will been doing his thing on the defensive line in regards to the portal and the young guys coming out of high school. We know about Petrino and his system. We also know the new wide receiver coach. What's his name? Fauci. I always want to call him Dr. Yeah, I want to call him Dr. Fauci, but we're not going to get into that. So, yeah, not get but Fauci doing his thing, and I think one of the things that Petrino is asking him and said, look, we got some smaller guys with some speed. We need some big boys. We need some big boys who can block down, who are going to be willing participants in the blocking game, and go up and get jump balls in the end zone. So when we get into the red zone, our percentage need to be substantially higher than it has been in the past 2 years. Let me jump into these comments, and then we'll jump back over here on what you guys got. Jim said he's watching us from Southwest VA, close to country. Was hard watching them win the Natty in Tennessee. Nonetheless, go Hogs. Yeah, I definitely can dig that, especially when he shouted out Arkansas and Dave Van Horn for being a part of his roots to get to where he's at. That shit was kind of fulfilling. At the same time, it was kind of hard. Like, damn. So even he know that we got the coach. We just can't get over the damn hump. Will I am. I have the commitment. It's just letting the other teams know to raise the NIL. I absolutely agree with that. Put it on paper. No doubt about that one. Jason Patterson said Imude is now the 2-way with the Bucks as of July 1st. That's according to CBS Sports.
NBA.com has no transaction for Stanley Imude as of today. So, I don't know.
Interesting. All right. John, watching us from YouTube. He said Pitts has to win this year. Got to fix those one-possession losses. Hell yeah. And hope he didn't lose too much. If not, Hunter Yurchek has to make a huge move. This shit is past time to go. I agree with that. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. You see my guy playing with the buttons over there. When you got the comments, my guy's gonna come back with the comeback. You feel me? Kent Kelly says, I know we want and love to see big time high school kids sign and commit. But unfortunately, the portal matters more than high school commits nowadays. Absolutely. Great comment on that one. Great comment on that one. Teresa says, watching us on Facebook, I truly think it's unknown of the head coach position and unrest in general. Kent coming back with another comment, watching us from YouTube. But losing in-state kids is kind of a big deal. Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. I mean, you think of some of the teams. If you take the time to Google some of the teams who competed for championships, look at how many in-state guys they have. Now, let's be clear, which is one of my favorite terms that people tell me. Let's be clear. If Jason watching, he know. When you win and you're from the state, it just makes sense for you to stay where you are. It's more convenient for your family to come watch. You grew up watching that team forever. Hell, I'm sure as a young person, you went to those games and cheered on that team. So when they start competing for championships or compete within their conference, it makes it way more easier for it not even to be a bidding war in regards to money. The winning is going to make it happen. Matt, I see you.
I got something regarding that because we also need to factor in some of these kids want to get out of the state. They want to see the rest of the country. A prime example is Kayvon Allen. He wanted to go to Florida. He wanted away from Arkansas. Not everybody that grows up in Arkansas is an Arkansas fan. Now, that seems blasphemous to say, but, some people want to see other parts of the country. KJ Hill, he wanted to go to Ohio State. You got some people have different mindsets than we do. And so there's so many factors that come into it, especially when you start throwing money in it nowadays. It's changed the game.
But this is what's crazy.
You definitely do. You definitely want in-state kids to come to, because they're going to fight harder, they're going to play harder, they're going to really represent the name on the front and the back.
Absolutely. So I think about something along the lines of this. Looking at Alex comment, he said, "Heck, they haven't even offered Cash Archer. So dumb." Now that shit right there is bothering me. You cannot want his 5-star quarterback brother, and like me and Adam just said before, 2026 is Kane Archer or bust. Period, point blank. If you want to lose your damn job as offense coordinator and head coach, if you don't get this young man on campus, I don't give a damn what you got to do. What kind of job you got to get his mom and dad. If you want to pick up
here's my thing with that too. Since we're getting into all the family business conversation, you're telling me out of 85 scholarships, you can't offer Cash Archer one, and he's better and a higher rated recruit than some that have already gotten offers. So why can't you throw him a scholarship when we've got Thanasis on the Milwaukee Bucks getting drafted because of his brother Giannis, and then we got Bronny getting drafted because of his dad LeBron? I mean, I just don't see. You got 85 scholarships, give one away.
LeBron damn James, baby.
So if you want Kane Archer, and I'm not trying to take away from Cash Archer by any means, the kid can ball. Bring him with him.
Yeah.
It is not going to hurt you except not getting Kane Archer.
Look, at the end of the day, people always talk about, I know one of the times when I watched Otis Kirk and he talked to these recruits and asked them, what was the most memorable part of your visit, on the official visit? And they said it felt like a family. If it feels like family, then have family members here. We've seen the Henry family, generation after generation, keep coming because guys have come here. The dad played here. It's a legacy situation, right? And they also have the talent to be here. So at the end of the day, you should be able to give these guys opportunity, put the families together. That brings the mom and dad here, all the relatives. Now you got people from that part of the state willing to go support the team. You know how many people in central and southern Arkansas do not go to Fayetteville? Do not go to Fayetteville. And when it's a Little Rock game, they come in droves. You can see the demographic is definitely different in regards to that. And when it comes to recruiting those areas as well. So every now and then you get a guy from Eudora. You get a guy from Texarkana, Ashdown, Malvern, Arkadelphia. Like all those areas of the state are not getting recruited, and those guys are going elsewhere in D1 schools and getting opportunities to play. All right, I'm going to jump back into these comments. We're going to go right back over there. Hold on. Will.i.am said again, it's not a good look when Tyson, Chicken Man, is ready to hire Rhett Lashley. Some guy, same guy who hired Kyle. Now, that whole Rhett Lashley situation, we're going to get into
that in a minute.
Yeah. All right, John Oliver, hold tight on your YouTube comment. We're going to get back over here, and then I'm going to come back and holler at you guys in those comments. Translating, we are going to 53 days. 53 days down to the kickoff of college football, and the Razorbacks are starting to play. Adam, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Allen gets the snap. Got all kinds of time. He's going to fire to the sideline, complete to Henry, but Hunter well shy of the first down. He's going to lateral it back. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Collins. Alex has got room at the 30, 25, 20. Collins at the 15, cuts back at the 10. This game's still alive, and the Hogs have a first down. Hunter Henry lateraled it back over his head, Keith, and we're still playing football. They fake a draw to the end zone. In the air, complete! Touchdown, Arkansas, Drew Morgan. 9 yards, and the Razorbacks are an extra point away from sending it into a second overtime. They bring Morgan in motion again. Brandon gets the snap. He's going to keep the football into the end zone. Arkansas wins. The Razorbacks win. The Razorbacks have won the football game. Brandon Allen with a 2-point conversion, and the Hogs win it. 53-52 the final on an epic day in Oxford, Mississippi.
Man, don't that make your little heart go pitter patter? I'm not even gonna say it. You got that clip of Jerry Jones when he talked about the good old days. Look, the good old days, as he did not say on that clip, but we need those moments. We haven't had a moment like that since we beat Texas at home. That was the last time we had one of those feel-good moments. I mean, people crying in the stands, the whole nine. BA put it on the line, jumping over. His body was beat up. The offensive line was massive. They was mean. That was nasty. Rest in peace to Alex Collins. Brad, thank you for that. You read my mind on that. Rest in peace, Alex Collins. Like, that was heaven sent for them to have the Hunter heave. Absolutely, Teresa. So we need moments like that. We need moments like that. And in order for us to do that, we got to have the proper personnel and the proper people making the proper calls with the talent that we have on the staff. So 53 days until we start kickoff. We're excited. We know we got UAPB, Arkansas Pine Bluff, in Little Rock for that game. I was there. It was my birthday. Oh, Lisa. So you got memories. You got memories of that one for sure. Definitely different. All right. Now, every week we told you guys on summer sessions, we will start talking about position groups. And last week we spoke about quarterbacks. If you missed that, please feel free to go back in the archives on YouTube where we are available. And we are live right now. And I'm watching it on my TV. Matt, you watching it on your TV too?
How do you look?
The same.
Matt look.
My head's
cool.
bigger on the TV.
You know what? It looks smaller. It's big as shit while I'm looking at it right now. But right now, you look cool, brother. You look cool, brother. Look. So anyway, so go back and watch last week. We talked about the quarterbacks. This week we're going to the offensive line. Now, before we get into offensive line talk, we understand that part of Sam Pittman coming to Arkansas, the whole conversation was about him being the offensive line guru. And we also had a conversation a show ago about, I think the brand of Georgia football brought those players to Georgia that went the first round. I think Brett Bielema philosophy at Wisconsin brought those players to Arkansas. So I said, now that it's his show, he is the head coach. You would think one aspect of the team will be the strongest, will be offensive line through and through. I have yet to see Coach Pittman recruit a guy out of high school and become a first-round pick. He waited to year 5 to start coaching the damn offensive line and helping out?
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. All I know is we've been getting our ass whooped on the offensive line by SEC fronts. And at this point, Coach understands what it is. He's doing his due diligence by being a part of the practice. As he said, he's Coach Mateo's GA, and he's over there being hands-on in the development of these players. You got something?
No.
You don't? All right, bet. I bet you want to pull that clip up so I can see what we got. So when we look at this offensive line, this is what we want to do. From left to right, you can see where you have Joe Moore at the top, and then at the very bottom on the right, you got Alex Johnson. So this is, on the left side is the oldest players, and then on the right side is the youngest players, right? So looking at this particular lineup, we're going to go person by person. I'm going to start it off, Matt, then you go, then Adam. And I just want to basically ask, what is your projected offensive line group? If you're watching us and you in the comments and you want to be a part of this, go ahead and drop your group over there. Give me your top 5. Your top 5 in no order. Give me your top 5 linemen you want to see on the field that you think will be on the field. Let me see. I'm going Keyshawn Blackstock, transferred in. I'm taking him at right tackle. That's where he played in the spring game. I'm taking him. I'm also taking Joshua Braun as your left guard?
Right guard.
Right guard. Now, Joshua Braun is a transfer from Florida. And as you guys remember, I went to Gainesville last year and watched this dude ball. He was the best damn lineman on the team last year. Period. And told him, I will not play tackle. So y'all got to put me at guard. I said, this man just stronghold the damn coach and told him what he's not going to do. But it worked to his benefit. At the end of the day, if he wants to go to the NFL and try his luck at that, he'll have a better chance. Dude is a big physical guy, and he has good feet. He has good drive. He has a mean streak. I like him on the inside, on the interior at guard. Now you got Tykees Crawford. Tykees Crawford got recruited twice.
Correct.
Out of high school, he transferred, went to Charlotte. We recruited him from high school in Charlotte, and he ain't did shit since he been here. And I'm just keeping it real. I don't see him lasting a whole season, and the only way I feel like he gets in there in the starting rotation is because he knows what Coach Pittman expects. He has the experience to know what he expects. As far as his heart and what he puts into it, I have not seen a whole season of this shit. So at the end of the day, I got Crawford in there. I got Braun at the 2 guards. I got Blackstock at right tackle. Carmona. I got Carmona at left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
I got him at left tackle. And Carmona did his thing, transferring in. So like I said, big body guy, nice size. This particular offensive line may be the best looking offensive line across the board. And my final guy is Addison Nichols from Tennessee. Give me him at center. 6'5", 306, athletic, strong, physical guy. Redshirt sophomore, played at Tennessee. So we got an opportunity to do something with those guys. So that's how I got. I got Nichols, I got Carmona, I got Blackstock, I got Braun, and I got Crawford at my top 5. Matt, what you got?
Let Adam go ahead and go, and I'm going to wrap it up at the end. So I can flip
That's
it.
a bet.
All right. I'm going to go, cheating a little bit, but going off the spring game, I think it's kind of still evident that that's going to be the starters. So at left tackle, they had Carmona. At left guard, they had Kuta, whatever, how you pronounce it. Center, they had Addison Nichols. Right guard was Josh Braun. Right tackle was Blackstock with Tykees Crawford following him up. And then, so it's one of those things. I see Blackstock starting over Crawford. And, one to watch out. I'm not going to say watch out as in like coming for his job, watch out this early. But, Kobe Bramham out of Fort Smith Southside, I think he's already at second on the depth chart. So I expect to see him have a lot of playing time this year in rotation. That's any kid from Fort Smith, you know what? I'm going to follow you, whether you're at Arkansas or whether you're not. So it makes it even better that he is at Arkansas. But what is his stats on here? Yeah, 6'5", 325 as a freshman. That's one of those things that, and there's already been a couple articles out there on him. Like he's making some waves, so it's not going to surprise me at all to see him on the field a lot during the season. Yeah,
I also think Coach Trent going to put the best players on the field. Win, lose, or draw. Damn, being loyal to who been here 5 years. To hell with all that. Give me the best players out there. If the guy is injured or whatever have you, next man up. Whoever's showing hard doing practice, that's who's going to play. Matt, do you have a rising star or a shining star, somebody who you think may come through the ranks, may take a position, maybe the next guy in line?
Tykees Crawford was the one, but since he's been said twice, the one I really want to see do well would be Amarion Harris.
Gotcha.
So, I just think Amarion, he's shown flashes. He's just, he's getting beat out, so it is what it is. But I really would like for him, homegrown talent, I would like for Amarion to get his chance and really prove himself and become something. But that's just more of hope than,
And that's an in-state guy.
Mm-hmm.
Along with the other young man who ended up transferring out to go into SMU. Yeah.
Chambly.
Yeah. So with that being said, we got to keep our eye on Mr. Harris and see what that looks like. My rising star, I like Patrick Kutas. Patrick Kutas is one guy that Sam Pittman has talked about since he got on campus. The problem was they played his ass out of position. He was getting his ass whooped. He wasn't big enough. He wasn't physical enough. I do like him to be a combo guy. I like him to play guard and center. And we need a second string center. I like Kutas to play center and guard. I think he has great feet. I think he's very athletic in that regard. So I would like to see him really get in there and get a chance to do his thing. So That's what I got on that. Um, take this off the screen. I can't see shit. I'm gonna go into these comments while you do that, sir. All right. John Oliver watching us from YouTube said the defense improving and the offense is going backwards last year. The OC hire crushed the momentum and probably ended Pitt. I can agree with that. David is watching us on Facebook. He said it's hard to get recruitments come play for Hogs whenever you all have in Texas coming to the SEC. Shit, we can't be scared of Texas. Fuck Texas. All right, Will Lennox. The way I see it is we need to get the best in-state talent, but need to build other pipelines in Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Alabama. Absolutely 100%, Mr. Will.
We're
Agree
supposed to
with
have
that
one to Georgia.
That was some shade right there, but I got it. You have to spend money to make money. Absolutely, Teresa. Takes a little bit to get some. But like I said, if I'm a guy and I'm investing in this program, if I'm the chicken man, if I'm the whoever I am, I'm the Walmart man, I gotta write a check. I need to believe in order to do that. Mr. Gentry watching us says Arkansas needs to throw a bag to Saban for a 4-year, $750 million contract. He threw LOL behind it, so I can't knock it.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't knock it. The man for being, you know what I'm saying, want to try. Justin says winning on the field helps winning on the recruiting trail. Absolutely. Sam walking on the hotbed of charcoals. Hell yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have his ass right at the lake in damn Hot Springs if you don't get it together. Derek says Pitt won't make it past the bye week. I ain't ready to go there yet, Derek. But he
Which
did.
bye week?
Because we got 2 this year, right?
Yep. Which is weird.
Yeah. And I went and looked at the schedule the other day. Hey man, it's gonna sound crazy when we get to the end of these groups and then do a position. I mean, do a prediction for the schedule because we already know what Adam said they're gonna
3-9.
Yeah. So and he's not moving. He's not moving on that damn stand. So all right, Tim Duncan says so. The portal is more important these days. How do y'all think we're done so far in the portal overall? If I could give it a letter grade, Mr. Duncan, I would give us a C plus. You know, what's the young man that came from Alabama? Drew Sanders.
Yeah.
Dude, that was a nice play in the portal. Also the young man that came from Tennessee that's playing nickelback that took your boy position and made him leave and went back to Baylor. Talking about he was tripping.
Slaughter.
Hell yeah. Slaughter. I'm looking at Slaughter do some work this year. So I would give them a C plus in the regard of the portal. That's just my personal stance. You got anything on that?
No, I mean we've gotten some good players, over the past currently, but we need to see, I guess, more out of these, D2 JUCO guys that we keep going after.
Because the
talent evaluation there has been. Now, granted, it's kind of the guys that we've been getting, they've not lived up to everything that was hyped up. Now, by all means, Andrew Armstrong, you go do your thing this year. Prove me wrong, but we just haven't seen it yet. Tesla, prove me wrong. We just hadn't seen it. This 4.2, 4.3 speed, whatever, we hadn't seen it.
22 miles per hour in practice, making one-hand catches. Do that shit against SEC teams, then we talk.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Absolutely. Brad watching us from YouTube. Shout out to Brad. I've seen Colorado long enough. I want to get back to Arkansas. I can dig that. Also, we got my man Jackson, Landon Jackson from LSU. So homegrown guy, but hit the portal. So that's part of that graders too. Throw cash, a scholarship to get a better chance at getting Kane. Absolutely. Alex, Greenwood is loaded with talent the next 2 years. What was the reason we didn't get KJ Hill? Yeah, what did you say on that? Because to me, it was money way back then. Plus,
money has always been going around.
Right.
Money is
whether we want to admit it or not. Yeah, nothing new since Pony Express and all that stuff.
We can just talk about it now.
Yeah, we can just talk about it.
It's legal now, but yeah, I mean, money and wanting to get out and got recruited a little harder by a more prestigious school. So
yeah, that was happening to be winning and playing every week on TV. not playing on Jefferson Pilot at 11 o'clock. But I
Oh, those were
digress.
the days.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Great old time when you hear the music come on. All right, Adam, watching us from YouTube says we all know if Arkansas doesn't offer Cash, Missouri or Ole Miss will go after him hard. Even if Cash only ends up being another Grant Morgan, who cares? Morgan was a great leader and teammate. Dude, real talk on that comment, Adam, because after Grant Morgan left, you can tell the fall off in leadership. So that was definitely something. He may not be a 5-star guy, but absolutely
Where's he
believe that.
coaching again?
Oh, yeah, Illinois. With
Yeah,
Coach Brett Bielema. Yeah.
That's right.
As opposed to being in Arkansas, where he's from, and he played it. But once again, I digress. I digress. That's got to be the new hashtag. But I digress, right? All right. We're about to get back into our conversation. I want to make sure I get these guys' comments because they're rolling. Will, once again, watching us from YouTube. Rhett Lashley or Gus or Glenn Schumann or Travis Williams, our next coach. If Bobby can revitalize the offense, and then maybe want to get. We're gonna get into that. Yeah.
We're gonna get into all that.
Yeah. Lisa says she's got a birthday. Don't count out Barry Odom. Barry Odom gonna ball regardless. Will gave us his lineup though. He said Cootis, Braun, Blackstock, Cremona, and Crawford. Smart man. Same shit I said. Smart man. Watch out for the Staten guy. 6 foot 204. A little longer than man. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, when I first read that, I'm like, who the hell is he talking about?
Right. And I'm still lost, but I'm gonna keep moving. Kevin Ingram said, Matt, what's up? It's your classmate.
Hey, what's up, Kevin?
That what's up? I bet you Kevin won't share this live with you on right now. I bet you Kevin won't drop a heart or a thumbs up. We appreciate you watching, Kevin. Brad, and maybe a little undersized, just a little. Man, the sarcasm is real. Logan, I gave you a shout out, sir. I gave you a shout out for sharing our live on your page. Shout out to Logan Evans. He didn't join us. He be in this thing every week. So the only we get top recruits is winning. The only way we get top recruits is winning. NIL matters, but if coaching sucks, can't get players to NFL, it won't matter. Because at the end of the day, that's the end result. They want to go to the next level. Arkansas always took Texas. We know what that is. 3-9, 4-8 would be a banner year. Damn. It's like that, Derek. All right. If anything, 100-year check will let Pitt retire with dignity at the end of the season. Because you know what? Yeah, because at the end of the day, I don't think he's a guy who's willing to just cut his face off in the middle of the season. I just don't see it. But we do know what that looks like, and we're going to jump back into our conversation. When you do that, the time frame that you fire a coach and then have to do a search to find a new coach, you miss out on recruits because it's about to be signing day. That's a small window. So, out of respect for Pitt, I understand him letting him finish the season. At the same time, a conversation needs to be had. Hey, coach, we're not going to a bowl game, or we may barely go to a bowl game. At the end of the day, if we just make an agreement that you're going to walk out the sunset gracefully, I need to already have somebody behind the scenes ready to name and just get it over with. Because I guarantee you, if it happens down in Florida this year and Florida fires their coach, Billy, they're going to have the hottest coach on the flight straight to Gainesville. They're going to get the first hottest coach. Because that's one of the universities that they just got to get the best guy at the time that's out there. Let's get into this because we're running long. Offensive line, we went to offensive line. Now, Matt, you said something about offensive line, and you talked about a young man on the offensive line who has had trouble getting on the field. He's struggling to try to get in that rotation. Is there any chance you got some Hog news to share with us?
Well, not pertaining to him. I like that. I like that.
Okay.
I missed a little bit, so I like all the features Adam's added. All right, so for the offense, I got a long list of news here, so stick with me. We got football recruiting, coaching stuff, and then we'll go into baseball. So stick with me. I got a note here, and I got to keep up with all. It's a lot. I'll start off by I want to shout out one of my buddies that I've known for a while, RMS on the Dixon Discord. We always support all the people that support us. all media and everything. So he's just somebody that I've known for a while, and sometimes we kind of compare our notes and see what each other's hearing. So I just want to give him a shout out because I talked to him today, and some of these notes we were comparing.
And he got a Discord too, right? He got a Discord.
Yeah, Dixon Discord. So if anybody does Discord, the Dixon Discord is a great read. He's got people over there that are good follows. So,
and if y'all want to know, RMS stands for Ryan Mallett Scantron.
Yes.
If you know, you know.
All right. So let's go into the offensive line. The projected offensive line is pretty much the same that we had during the spring practice. Left tackle, Cremona. Left guard, Kudus. At center, Nichols. If we didn't get Nichols, then Kudus probably would have been looked at center. And then right guard, Braum, and right tackle will be Blackstock. That's what I expected to be, barring any injury or anything that happens from there. All right. In recruiting, I want to first start it off with recruiting. I kind of said it earlier, but I want to reiterate it. Recruiting is different nowadays. When you think you got a done deal, it's not a done deal, as y'all been saying as well, until, as Harold Harris says, until the ink dries or, the facts comes through. And that's basically what it is now, but NIL has completely changed that. And it's become just a giant bidding war. So you got to always factor that in so when we don't lose, or when we lose people and when we get people. We outbid somebody and somebody outbid us, if a player possibly goes somewhere else. I'm not saying it's every situation, but more times than not, you're going to chase the bag. If you get an opportunity for a new job to get paid better, more than likely you're going to go look into it at least. As far as recruiting, why we didn't get Monteric Elson, well, we kind of already have a guy that Markalen Batten, who's pretty much a similar type back. And a lot of times when you have running back rooms, you don't recruit a bunch of the same type of back. You want different sizes. You want a little scat back. You want a Braylon Russell type, a bigger bruiser, and then somebody kind of in between. Even when Beelan was here, we had 3 different types of running backs. Collins was different than Williams, So, and similar thing with Houston Nutt. We had D-Mac, you had Felix, and you had Peyton Hilson. They're all 3 different types. So when you recruit, you kind of want to diversify what you have. So we have a back that's similar to him. But with that, there's somebody else at Parkview that Arkansas is looking after.
Wait
that
a
would
minute.
be Cam.
Wait. All right. So check it. I really want to call bullshit. But I'm gonna let you ride with the 3 different sizes. The fan base is gonna always say we got outbid by somebody else. I bet y'all gonna put another. I bet you watching right now won't tap the heart or the thumbs up so when he give you this next little piece of information because he about to drop something on y'all. I bet you won't do it.
What?
What the hell was that?
Stone Cold.
What?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Matt. Go ahead, continue. Sorry,
All right, so the person at Parkview is Cam Settles. We are looking at pursuing him. So there's a running back to keep an eye on.
Gotcha.
Let's see here. Well, the next section I have as far as football is possible future coaches. So let me start by saying first, I want us to have a winning season. I want Coach Pittman to do well. I like our staff, like I've said earlier. But if things do go south, we don't have a 500-ish winning season, which some people think are far-fetched. Adam.
3-9.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
We don't.
All right, so here's the scenario I'm kind of seeing playing out if we do go into a new coaching search. I think the only way we lose Sam mid-season or anything like that is if it gets ugly. We start losing bad and the team starts quitting. That's the only way I really see it. Otherwise, Sam loves the state, loves Arkansas. He's going to retire here. As best we can, we do need to show him some respect as long as he's somewhat producing and not things aren't falling off the wheels, basically. Okay, so Adam touched on this a little bit earlier. I'm going to bring it back. The same thing with Cal. You know, we had the money coming, all of a sudden start coming into the basketball program, more than we had with Musselman. Why? Because the big money got who they wanted, which was a good hire, but they got who they wanted. So they're willing to throw more money towards it. Well, and I've been hinting at this forever. Having the big fish in the small pond, they're going to want what they want. So if we do lose Pittman and we have to go down a coaching tree, here's in order of way I'm believing it's going to go. The first one will be the Tyson group will push for Gus again, as usual.
Hell no.
Exactly. That's what most people are going to say. Yeah. Most people are going to say he's probably going to turn us down, and we'll be like, good, because that shit's kind of sailed.
Right.
So let's get into who I believe will be the first real person that we would go after, and that would be Rhett Lashley. Okay. And I have a nugget going with that. I have learned recently that TCU has been negatively recruiting SMU. And you're like, well, why the hell are you telling me this? Well, that is because what they are telling players that SMU is trying to recruit is that Rhett Lashley will not be at SMU next year. He will be at Arkansas.
So the same method SEC coaches are using on Pittman is potentially happening with Lashley down at SMU. Hey, I like it. I like the young, energetic white guy with the spiky hair with the gel in it. Bring the visor back to the heel. I'm with it, right?
Here's the thing with that, though. We get to compete with, everybody has been wondering, like, what does SMU have to offer? What does SMU have to offer? They raised $151 million. That's what they have to offer.
Y'all have no idea how much money is down around SMU.
They got that bag,
so,
for sure.
It's one of those things that we can question it all day long, but, those figures that were coming out when Eric Musselman's name was being thrown out to be going down to SMU, the $6 million range, whatever it was. It's because they got that money. They they raised more than Texas A&M did.
Yeah, and they bought a whole #1 recruiting class, Texas A&M. So, yeah, that part.
All right. So the next person that I believe would be, I guess, the number 2, number 3 candidate, however you want to throw the Gus one in there, would be Barry Odom. Now, some people may scratch their head, but what I believe would happen would be Barry Odom would run it similar to the way he's kind of mentored Pittman, as in, I'll do my thing and y'all do y'all's thing, and he would also keep Petrino as a coordinator if he were to come in. Because if you recall, Odom hired Petrino at UNLV for a day, a week, whatever the hell it was, before Petrino got the offer for A&M last year, before he came here. So,
or what if he dangled it out in front of him and then was like, not so fast?
Gotcha, bitch.
Exactly. It's one of those things that, like, thinking at the realm of possibilities of who could it be, we've not been that school that has gone and got the young hire.
Right.
Gone and got the guy that maybe hasn't, had the chance, hasn't been at this level. And I think Rhett Lashley would be that guy.
Yep.
Instead of getting somebody who may be on their 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th stint as head coach, after we got somebody who's never been a head coach, but
well, speaking of coaches with 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th stints as coaches, the next person on my list is BMFP himself, Bobby Petrino. And that one, some people would want, some people wouldn't. I don't know if you could really reproduce what happened, because we haven't had a class like that happen, especially in those skill groups, But
if you wanted that, I mean,
yeah.
Look, Bobby Petrino is Watching Bobby Petrino, I'm not even gonna jump into that part because Adam gonna get mad if I jump into that part. But you ever seen two old dudes stand at the podium and argue with each other about handicaps and golf swings and shit? I just feel like he doesn't have what it takes at this age to go into a living room and recruit those guys.
I don't think we don't necessarily know if he wants to either.
That part. So if it is him, he has to have the staff and say, hey, y'all just do y'all job. I'm the CEO. Y'all just do y'all job. Like I said, maybe the wide receiver coach, Fouch, maybe just let him do his thing. I don't know. So maybe that may be an option. Everything is on the table at this point.
Right before I go to the next one, I just got a text from one of my buddies that brought up a great point. The SMU talk, SMU's not getting any TV money from the ACC for the next 7 years. So they got to bring in some money somehow too. So that's, another situation to consider because we're getting $40-50 million from the SEC, and it's probably about to be renegotiated and bumped up with ESPN because they're going to redo that contract and start a 9-game conference season in 26 more than likely. Anyhow, we can talk about that another time. So the next one I had BMFE, Jeff Traylor. Jeff Traylor is, I guess, number 4 on the list if we don't want to count Gus.
UT San Antonio?
That's what it was. I couldn't remember if it's Stephen
F.
Austin.
UT San Antonio. Yeah.
I like him. He's another Rhett Lashley type, I would say. So after him, I have T. Will, Travis Williams, who a lot of people would be would be happy to get. He's a good recruiter. I think he's a good motivator. So it would be another one of those first-time experienced head coaches. So you got to live with the growing pains.
I'm going to give you 2 sides of it. No head coaching experience, so that'd be a first-time head coaching. So we're doing the same thing we did with Pittman. On the other side, on the other side, I'm going to be clear with you and say this. That'd be the first black head coach you'd have had in football. Yeah.
It could have been Deion, but yeah.
Man, look, Deion ain't won shit in Colorado yet. Now, if Deion start winning in Colorado, I'm all for that. I just want the best coach, but go ahead.
The last one I have is Kinney, Kinne, and I feel like he is
GJ Kinney, Texas State.
Oh, yeah, Texas State.
I feel like,
gotcha.
I feel like he's kind of the last ditch one. We really want the other ones,
right?
Before we would go to him, but he would be the last option, basically. And those are all of the names I really have for potential coaches, and that was pretty much kind of in rough order of what to possibly expect if crap hits the fan and we was our football coach, which we don't want. We don't want.
You got to reemphasize that.
Because that means we're going to win. All right. So from there, I talked about the TCU stuff. And the last bit, I have 3 different points on Hog baseball.
Listen up. Ooh, found another one.
No shit. Hey.
All right, let's see. Let's start with, what everybody likes to talk about right now, Nate Thompson. From what I've been gathering recently, he kind of been fishing for a new job, but nothing really of a decent level that he would – you don't want to take too big of a drop, you know what I'm saying, to just take a job. He hadn't really found anything, so I feel like he's going to be retained. And, we haven't done that great, but we did put people on base a lot this year. We just didn't have timely hitting. I understand we could have batted better, hit for better average, or hit better home runs, but also I think we should have played more small ball, personally, with the people we had. So is that necessarily Nate Thompson? I don't know,
Gotcha.
So because you could have been calling butts and getting the guy over from second to third or whatever. Anyhow, all right. So since we're talking about coaches and people not being here anymore, let's just say Dave Van Horn retires. After consulting around, from what I'm gathering now, Matt Hobbs will possibly be the heir apparent.
Who the hell is Matt Hobbs?
The pitching coach.
The pitching
Pitching
coach.
coach. Well, hold on. See, you say no, but something was brought up to me today that reminded me as well because I'd forgotten about it. Matt Hobbs is easily a top 5 pitching coach, okay? And you're like, yeah, it's top 5. But a lot of people forgot Matt Hobbs turned down the Yankees to go be a coach there with the New York Yankees, the pinnacle of baseball. Basically, if anybody follows baseball, you think of the Yankees. He turned them down to stay around us and to be mentored by Dave Van Horn. He kind of mimics him a little bit in some areas, and people like Van Horn, except he doesn't have the chip. Well, if we caught a foul ball, he'd have the chip. And it wasn't his fault. We dropped the championship. Yeah. Hold on.
Hey, real quick on that. Hobbs. Okay, boom. That was my point. You mean like the same guy that's at UConn, who turned down the Lakers to stay at UConn? Does that mean that he's the best coach, or it means that he don't want to deal with the professional bullshit. It means he enjoys staying on the collegiate level, being able to develop players. That's just my take. I may be absolutely wrong. Maybe I don't know what it is. Maybe the stage is too big for him. I don't know. But
the college now is professional.
Hell yeah. And
he's
a lot
a
of coaches.
recruiter. I mean, he gets arms.
Yeah, we do get arms.
Can't say he doesn't do that.
This is facts.
So, and that was going to be honestly my next point. We're going to be the possible starting rotation for this next year for the baseball team.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Friday night, more than likely, Gabe Geichel, however you say his last name. I butcher it all the time. And let's just put it in perspective. He throws roughly 98 miles an hour. Okay, Keep that in mind. Friday night, 98 miles an hour. Could bump up a little bit, but we'll see. And then Saturday night, Zach Root, the transfer, 100 mile an hour. Okay, so we got 98 and 100. And then the transfer, Landon Biden Scheisse. I think I'm saying it right. From, I believe, what was it, Ohio State? Another 98, roughly, mile an hour fastball.
Is he the one that had like a 5 ERA?
Maybe. I don't know.
Adam's such a devil's advocate. Go ahead.
But you got 3 guys hovering 100 miles an hour as your starting rotation.
Gotcha.
That's some gas.
It's some gas.
That you don't see that. You do not see that.
They throwing his eyes out.
That, and let's just see what Matt Hobbs does, because I mean, I do like Hobbs. I mean, of course, I would have liked, everybody would like to got Vitello, but or something like that, a big huge name. I don't know, freaking Bobby Cox from the Braves or something.
No, hell, go get Buddy from Georgia. Go get Buddy from Georgia, because we've seen coaches come on in the SEC at the university, prospective university, and win within 7 years. Dave Van Horn is long in the tooth. I'm not taking nothing from him. He is top 5 all-time coaches at University of Arkansas. Let's be clear. Got a hashtag, let's be clear. Shout out to Chris Roberts. Shout out to Chris Roberts, who said, let's be clear. I like the Hog HQ lies. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
All right, but I'm going to get back into these comments. You got anything left on Hog News so we can wrap up?
That is all my Hog News. That's on my list for tonight.
Gotcha. Now, when we close out the show, we're going to do a little round robin, and I'm going to give you who I think we should get as the next coach in football. That's going to be my take. But I'm going to get to these people comments because they're showing us love. Kevin Ingram says, Hart thumbs up and a share. Thank you so much, Mr. Kevin.
Appreciate it, Kevin.
Definitely thank you for that. I definitely seen them go up, so I appreciate that. Justin Nunn said, does Hunter Yurchek have another home run? I mean, does Yurchek have another home run higher in him? I think he does. I really think he does. Kevin also said, why we can't keep no one in state? Apparently they say we cheat or we broke and we not winning. That's just what I've gathered thus far.
You
And
got NIL.
and,
Go ahead.
and Max said he said people are tired of being inside of Arkansas. They want to leave and see other things.
Some do. Some do.
It's a combination of all those things at the end of the day. And it's up to the young person to make their choice that benefits them and their family. I'm not knocking nobody for doing what they do, but I also say this. If you don't like it, do something to stop it, which means you have a winning damn program year in and year out to compete for guys inside your state. And that's just what it is. Winning cures all. We talk about that. Alex, what happens if how we end up winning more than 7 games? Alex, don't ask Adam that, because you already heard what Adam said. He's standing on business about this 3-9 record.
Pittman would be here unless he retires. That would be if he wins. I'll guarantee you, if he wins 6 games or more, he will still have his job.
Agreed.
It's not gonna happen.
Will said he mentioned us on Dixon Discord. Also watch Touch Talk with Ty. Shout out to Ty. Mark Williamson said, "Why is it that Missouri and Ole Miss can out-recruit us in football? Mississippi has hell of a junior colleges that compete for championships. They got better in-state per capita players who end up making D1 rosters. That's one. And I think 3, they got Lane Kiffin. And Lane Kiffin, regardless of how you feel about his antics and all that, dude is a hell of a talker when he get in front of you. He is a hell of a
money that he can throw at him.
That part, because
so does Mizzou, and Mizzou just came off 11 wins.
Yeah, because Kiffin got a job a long time ago. He used to work for, what's the guy who we worked for?
Al Davis.
Monty Kiffin.
Oh,
nepotism.
his dad.
Yeah, nepotism. But yeah, we're not talking about LeBron. Yeah, move on. Missouri. I do know, government-wise, Missouri signed a bill into play that when the players sign on to commit to University of Missouri,
in-state players, if you're from Missouri, you can start receiving NIL money when you sign your national letter of intent while you are still in high school.
So, I mean, not a lot of states have done that yet. A couple have, but that's another big play for it. And let's be clear, even though we think drink water, Eli Drinkwitz is an extra from Revenge of the Nerds, the dude know how to get in your living room and recruit your son. That's what he do know how to do. And he made it exciting to watch. Do you
feel like he just goes into these players' living rooms that are mutual recruits and just completely shits on Arkansas when he walks in?
Probably.
Yes.
Probably.
He wanted the job, and he's pissed. He's on a revenge tour.
So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. 2026 has that talent. Alex said, I've been saying Travis for forever. Oh yeah, as far as being the next coach. Shout out to Logan. You did post on your page about that. We had a lengthy discussion amongst people on this page. Will said, "Would love to have Travis Williams." Hey man, first black head coach. He's young, fired up, loves the fan base. A bunch of Gus disciples on that list. Yeah. I feel like if you didn't get Gus when you felt like you're supposed to get him the first time, they'll keep chasing Gus. But I'm sick of his ass. If he don't want us, if he gonna keep using us to get a bag from the school that he at, to hell with him. I mean, I will give him satisfaction. That's just me. That's why I don't call the shots at the university. Going to throw out a wild card. Jason Witten, former Cowboy doing big things in high school. Yeah, give me one more time. There you go. Yeah, doing big things in high school here in Texas, and the kids are high star recruits. We gonna see. Kent, let me know what school he is at. I do know he's coaching in high school. Let me know where he at. Okay, boom, baseball. Would Hobbs keep Nate? Matt, you think? Gotcha. All right, Matt Hobbs, not bad hire, but would love Patello, Wes Johnson. Gotcha. Wes Johnson didn't do good in the majors, came back to college and won that at LSU. He's not gonna shit. Ben Bobby Parker Cole. Best never to get it. Dave Van Horn. Gotcha. We're not winning 7. Shouldn't be 6 wins. That just makes him happy over there. All right. Brad said some 17, 18-year-olds driving some nice cars. Hell yeah. Would Drink get a call if Pittman was done? That's an interesting one.
I felt he would get a call and that he would be like, No, like that bridge is burnt.
Yep. Wrapping up, plus Eli and Rick Jones are on staff at Arkansas High School Legend. And lastly, it says that Will, watching us from YouTube, said Travis was head Woodson as the DB, as the DC. Bobby as the OC. Yeah, I'm with that
Travis
combination.
head coach, Woodson is DC, Bobby is OC.
I could see that.
And I would love both of them. I really would. I would love to see that. So we done ran long today. It's an hour 17. We got to go to work tomorrow. Just like y'all
folks stayed the entire time.
That's what's up, man. The numbers been real high tonight. Man, the hearts, the thumbs up been real high tonight. The views throughout has been real high. No, on Drinkwitz. I feel you on that, Will. My little round robin last little piece before we jump out of here. If Sam Pittman does not make it, and as Matt said, we want him to make it, and we want to have a great winning season. If he does not, in another school, does not beat Michigan again, and does not compete for the national championship, call Ryan Day ASAP. Stop playing. Stop playing. Go get Ryan Day from Ohio State ASAP. That's my coach that I'm looking for. Swing for the fences. What the hell are we waiting on? Stop playing. We did it in basketball. We recognize that it is possible. If these or whoever it is that the boosters want to spend the money on and provide the NIL bonus, I'm all for it. But Ryan Day is my person that I would look for. Adam, you got something to wrap this up?
I mean, I just got outro music.
That what's up?
Okay.
Yeah, because today, guys, I have this. It's called a battery pack. And if you watch last week,
that was awkward as shit. Thank you.
Yeah, if you watch last week's show, I was in the middle of talking about Bear and how he decommitted, and my phone said, Yeah, it did one of those numbers. Matt, you got anything before we get up out of here?
Yeah, the one thing I would say is I believe that if Rhett Lashley did become the coach, you would have a reuniting of the NIL, and it would kind of start more like basketball has become, with he knows some people, and I think he would get more NIL in the football program.
Gotcha. With that being said, hashtag let's be clear, hashtag but I digress, hashtag tell a friend to tell a friend that we are done tonight. Yes, sir. We are done. We are done tonight. An hour and 19 minutes as long as we ever went. Thank you guys for staying tuned with us. I think we had a lot to say, a lot of great information, a lot of back and forth. Thank you guys for jumping in those comments. Also, remember, we're at the stage now where we're looking for sponsorship. So if you or a friend or a family member have a business and you would like for us to plug you guys' business in here, we have a business model that we can send out to you guys and let you know all the particulars about the viewership, what the reach is. We're up to 9 million in regards to reach with the Hog Talk podcast and Hog HQ Live. So we're really reaching a broad audience in regards to doing this on Sunday nights. We would love to have you guys on here, be able to run your business on the bottom of the screen and give you a short commercial per the time frame in which the allotment that you pay for. So we are looking for sponsorships. Hit one of us in the DM if you are interested in that. Tell a friend to tell a friend that we are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. And, of course, we are on Facebook. Please make sure when you go on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. And help push the channel.
It's free.
It's free 99. It gets it in front of more people to watch. So, once again, if you have a sponsorship, now even more people can see your business. And we're looking for small businesses, large businesses, anybody who has something they want to get advertised. This is what we are here for. That's all I got, guys. My guy Adam is ready for his outro music.
I'm debating if I want to fix last week's or just roll with something like. Who knows? Who cares? I'll wait for basketball season to go NBA on NBC.
Gotcha.
So we'll just correct the one from last week and we're out.
Peace.